Little fun fact, while editing this video, I noticed that Latios' cry is exactly the same as Latios' cry, except slower. Now I knew they were similar, but they're actually exactly the same cry. Cool. Sometimes it's just one of those days where I'm like, let's just use my intro. It's pretty cool. So, what's up guys? It's Crim's got here, battle versus some dude on the Smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder called iplayhigh. So, I'm assuming by his name, he was pretty high while having this battle. But, that's not the point. The point is that why don't people play these pokes? Like seriously, like 3 Pokemon specifically. Cresselia, Vaporeon, and Hydreigon. Now, why don't people use these fuckers? Like, I mean, okay, I understand Cress because Moonlight and then Sandstorm and Rain and all that shit, but Cress was like BL in 4th gen and Sandstorm was like on 50% of the team, so I don't really understand that. And the thing is like fucking mini Lugia. I don't really understand. Like, that's just me. I don't understand how this thing is BL2 and not, like, normal BL. Like, I'm just saying. But, that's beside the point. I understand Cress, but Vaporeon and Hydreigon, there is no excuse whatsoever that nobody uses these things. Because Vaporeon is complete Ferrothorn bait. So why don't you, like, you know, use that to your advantage? So, that's what I did, and then Hydreigon's just a boss. Like, I really don't understand. Like, I mean, if the reason for not using that thing is because of the fact that it has 99 speed instead of 100, that's like the stupidest excuse ever. Anyway, so let's get on with this battle. So I lead with Rotom, as he leads with a Politoed, because he's a Rain team, and, you know, Rain teams lead with this fucker, so, yeah. But he switches into Latios, predicting the Volt Switch, which is kind of obvious, but it's not like it matters because I'm gonna go into Cress. And what are you gonna do against Cress? Absolutely nothing. That's what. Exactly. Switch your ass out into fucking Scizor, you bitch. Anyways, I go for the Thunder Wave as, you know, Thunder Wave. A Scizor, I guess, on the Switch. And I go for the Reflect. Now here he predicts me to switch out and goes for Pursuit, which I guess was okay, but it was unfortunate that, you know, I Reflect and, yeah, didn't do anything at all. And now I'm just going to set up my light screen as he would either stay in or switch out into Starmie like he did right now. So here we double switch. He goes into Politoed as I switch out into Hydreigon. Now, I know that I don't think Ice Beam is going to kill if he's Scarfed, so I'm just going to check if he is Scarfed and just go for the U-turn. Since I went first, he is not Scarfed. And because of the fact that this Ice Beam literally did less than my leftovers, fairly certain this isn't Specs, so that's pretty good to know. And like I said, Vaporeon is complete Ferrothorn bait, so I'm just going to go for the Substitute, as this thing, the only way to get rid of the sub is to go for Power Whip, which now I'm just going to Baton Pass into Infernape, and with the Reflect, and I don't even think I even needed Reflect, Power Whip is probably not going to break the sub, and he doesn't even go for it, so it's not like it matters. And now something is going to die. Choice Bandit, Close Combat, is going to kill something on his team, and I guess he wants to fodder Latios because, I don't know, he likes wasting his special sweepers for breaking subs, I guess. So, yeah, there's that. And, Latios dies. Now, because of the fact I kind of was like, oh my god, this Vaporeon set worked. I'm so fucking good at this game. I didn't really read that Reflect wore off, and he went into Conkeldurr and I go in for Close Combat again. Now, I'm fairly certain to Drain Punch. If this thing would have lived the Close Combat, he would have been bulky, and then Drain Punch with the Reflect wouldn't have killed this thing, but because Reflect wasn't here, I died. So that was probably like the worst play in this entire game, because I lost Infernape, which would have done work. Trust me, it probably would have fucked his entire team. But, because of the fact that I did waste it, I have to go into Rotom. Rotom will go for the Hydro Pump, and this thing also doesn't, like, die to Hydro Pump in the rain, stab. Like, I'm kind of, like, I mean, I know I'm not very offensive, but Conkeldurr lived at CB, like, Close Combat, and the Hydro Pump in the rain, like, that's crazy. But anyways, I go for the Volt Switch because I know he's going to switch out into probably this thing. And, like I said, I could go into friggin' Infernape right now, and then go for another close combat, and it would have raped something, but I guess not. So I'm just gonna go into Cress. Cress is gonna set up light screens and reflects again, because of the fact that, oh my god, Cress is so good. I seriously don't understand why people don't use this thing. I had like 3 battles with this thing, and Cress has always done work. Like, it really doesn't make sense to me. Like, this thing does not die. It's one of those dual screeners that's like, it's not like Latios where you're just like, I'm gonna set up dual screens and then like Memento and then that's that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a consistent dual screener that doesn't die. It's so good. Going to friggin' this thing, I guess. Oh, I know this thing is gonna definitely take a Hydro Pump with the light screen up, so I just go for the Reflect because of the fact there's like a layer or two of spikes and rocks, so I was just like, might as well. But he misses, so that's pretty cool. And then he goes for Toxic as I Volt Switch, because I guess he predicted my switch, which I did, but it's Volt Switch, so yeah. Going to Rotom again because of the fact that without his Latios, Rotom pretty much destroys him. And again, I could Volt Switch into the Infernape if I could. I mean, that really pissed me off. Like, I was like, really? I didn't know that Reflect wasn't. I shouldn't have even stayed in. Like, realistically, it was a bad play. But because of the fact that he didn't go for Power Whip on my Vaporeon that first time, I'm fairly certain he doesn't have Power Whip, which I don't really understand. Like, he has Stealth Rock, Spikes, and Thunder Wave. It would only make sense his last move would have been Power Whip, but he could just have Leech Seed. So I don't know. But I do get a sub and Baton Pass into Rotom because I know that, you know, I'm assuming, doesn't have Power Whip. So he goes for more Spikes, and I'm like, that's cool, I guess. I go for Will-O-Wisp because I know Reflect's gonna end this turn, and he goes for Power Whip, and I'm just like, why? Why didn't you do that like 3 turns ago? I don't really understand this. Like, whatever, but the sub doesn't break because of the fact that he is burned, so his attack is halved, and I have Reflect as well, so that's not, it basically quad resistant, which is awesome. And then when Reflect went away, he's not going for Power Whip again. It's just like, you'd rather have Entry Hazards, knowing that I have a Fortress, like, with Rapid Spin, and I have 3 Levitators. I have this thing, Hydreigon, and Cresselia, which are all levitating, so, like, I really don't get it. And then he goes for Thunder Wave, thinking, like, what? I really don't get it. Like, I'm really confused at what the fuck he's doing. Thunder Wave, like, I'm gonna switch out. Like, come on. Maybe he's thinking, like, I just can't do anything to it, but I can just Hydro Pump a bunch of times. So, yeah. Now, the unfortunate part is, I didn't use PP Max on this thing, so this thing only has 5 Hydro Pumps, and that was my last Hydro Pump, so that kind of blows. But I guess it, whatever. I mean, I'm just gonna go for Full Switch. This thing apparently was a Life Orb Starmie, so that's good. This thing's dead too. So now 2 of his Special Sweepers are gone. In fact, all of his Special Sweepers are gone. So now I don't even have to worry about Light Screen. Like, for real. Now he goes into Scizor. Seeing how much that Pursuit did, since that's technically 60 base power, and then, you know, I mean, that's without stab. So assuming that, you know, if you turn 70, put stab on that, it would have only done, you know, maybe like 50% more about. So I know it was gonna live the U-turn, but he gets paralyzed 3 times. Like, that's so stupid. Like, we both get paralyzed the first turn, which, I mean, whatever, but 2 more turns, like, that's just stupid. I don't know. I mean, I missed 2 Hydro Pumps, and I only have 5, so I mean, whatever, but whatever. Politoed ends up killing this thing, but I don't really care. Like, again, I have 3 Levitators. The only thing that is hurt by Spikes is Vaporeon, which, because this thing is burned, and I have the Reflect up, Power Whip is not gonna break my sub. So, I don't know. I feel like this guy, like, played really bad, or this guy was just, like, baffled by the fact, like, oh my god, I'm getting destroyed by the most, like, weirdest of shit. And I'm thinking that could have been it, but I don't know, maybe I'm giving this guy, like, the benefit of the doubt. Like, I have no idea. Maybe he was just stupid. Like, I don't know. But, regardless, he goes for Power Whip, doesn't break, which is great. I'm going to Baton Pass into Hydreigon, and if the sub lives the second, like, Power Whip, like, it's game over. Like, Hydreigon's gonna destroy your entire team. And it does. It's so awesome. This thing also has 358 HP. Like, that's another thing. Like, Hydreigon is so bulky. Like, This thing has now. I gave this thing some HP EVs because speed really doesn't matter as long as I outspeed Gliscor. I think that's how much speed I gave it. But yeah, like this thing is so bulky. It's not even funny. I go for the Fire Blast and I miss. Kind of sucks. I mean, I guess it makes up for the double paralysis, but come on, like I don't know. Fire Blast again. Politoed comes in. I guess he's just gonna fodder his Politoed because I'm gonna go for the Draco Meteor. Or maybe he thought I was Scarfed. Maybe he thought I was no, because I went for Earth Power. So I mean that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. This guy's just stupid, I guess. Goes into Conkeldurr. I guess scares me out with the Mach Punch, and he goes for. I guess it doesn't matter what he goes for because I die. I don't even think this thing has Mach Punch. Real talk, because he never used it. Yeah, I don't think he does. I don't know. So I go into Rotom. Volt Switch does not kill. This would be a prime example of like me going for Hydro Pump here, but I guess it doesn't matter because I have Cress. The only things left he has, I believe, yeah, the only thing he has left is this and Scizor. And if this thing doesn't have Mach Punch, it doesn't really matter. And even then, I have Reflect and shit. So yeah, I go for the Reflect here, but I get paralyzed, which sucks, I guess, but whatever. And then he switches out into Scizor randomly as I go for Reflect. Like, I really don't understand that play. He could have just, you know, Ice Punched again, but whatever. Yeah. And the Scizor's U-turn breaks, or kills me. Which is whatever, because, like I said, I have Hydreigon and Rotom left, so it's pretty much a good game. Like, I don't understand, like, how he could even win, but, yeah, I don't know. Hydreigon comes in. I know definitely I can take a Mach Punch, especially because I have the Reflect, but I think I could have lived it anyways, seeing that this thing is obviously like max HP and then like a bunch of defense and special defense. Thing Dice, the Draco Meteor. I go for the Fire Blast. Fire Blast does not kill, but it does a lot for being in the rain and -2. And then U-turn doesn't kill me. So Choice Banded Scizor's U-turn does not... It doesn't even do like 70% to my Hydreigon with Reflect up. That is good shit. That thing is bulky as fuck. That basically means that Bullet Punch doesn't kill it, and that's just crazy. Hydreigon is so good. I don't really know. But, that's the game. I am definitely going to like try and make this team like legit as fuck. I mean, I understand that this team isn't perfect, but Vaporeon and Infernape are so good. Like, I get a sub and Tombass and an Infernape on a Ferrothorn, something's going to die. It's hilarious. I love it. But, that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Comment, rate, subscribe, and, yeah, go Vaporeon and stuff. See you guys.